What if I told you that everything you've been taught about life is a carefully designed illusion to keep you from the truth of who you really are? Right now, there is a universal path to spiritual awakening that has been hidden from you by systems, beliefs, and even your own mind. But this path is your birthright, and it holds the answers to the questions you've been asking your entire life. For centuries, ancient texts, mystical teachings, and suppressed wisdom have hinted at a secret, a way to transcend the ego, align with the divine, and live in harmony with the infinite. But most people will never discover this. Why? Because the forces that profit from your fear, your doubts, and your distractions don't want you to know. They want you to stay trapped, asleep, unaware of the infinite power within you. This video might be the most important you'll ever watch, because once you understand these truths, you'll see the world and yourself in a way that can never be undone. You can keep living in the illusion, or you can step into the light of awakening. The choice is yours. The truth is, you are not who you think you are. You are so much more. A boundless, infinite being of light, here for a purpose far beyond what the world has led you to believe. And this purpose, once uncovered, will not only change your life, but awaken the deepest parts of your soul. From the moment you took your first breath, you began playing a role. A name was given to you, a story written about where you belong, who you are supposed to be. But have you ever stopped and asked yourself, who am I, really? Not the job you do, not the roles you play for others, not the sum of your achievements or mistakes. Beyond all of that, who is the I that observes, that feels, that knows? When you peel back all the labels, all the illusions of the ego, what remains is the essence of your being, pure awareness, the infinite self that has always been and will always be. This isn't some abstract concept. It's the truth that ancient wisdom traditions have been pointing to for thousands of years. In Buddhism, it's the middle way, the path to enlightenment that transcends duality. In Christianity, it's the kingdom of God within you, a divine presence waiting to be realized. In Taoism, it's the way, the natural harmony that flows through all of existence. These teachings, though wrapped in different languages and symbols, all point to the same universal truth. You are not separate. You are not small. You are one with the infinite source of all creation. Right now, you might feel the weight of the world pressing down on you, your responsibilities, your doubts, your fears. But what if I told you that these are not your burdens to carry? They are constructs of the ego, a false identity that thrives on separation and fear. The ego is not your enemy, but it is a trickster. It whispers in your ear that you need to prove yourself, to control everything, to seek happiness outside of yourself. What if I told you that these are wrong, that no matter how much you achieve, no matter how many possessions or accolades you gather, the emptiness remains? That's because the ego's promises are a mirage, leading you further away from the truth of who you are. To awaken spiritually is to see through the ego's illusion and step into the vastness of your true nature. It's not about becoming something new, it's about remembering what you've always been. Imagine the ocean, forgetting that it's water, and thinking it's just a single wave, isolated and alone. This is how most of us live, believing we are separate from the world, separate from each other, and even separate from the divine. But the moment the wave remembers it's the ocean, everything changes. Fear dissolves. Struggle ends. There is only peace, flow, and the infinite power of being. It's often said that Ben Franklin was the first person to describe the feeling of your awakening begins with a simple but profound realization. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not even your body. You are the awareness that observes all of these things, the silent witness that has been with you through every moment of your life. Take a moment right now to notice this awareness. Close your eyes, if you can, and ask yourself, who is it that is aware of these thoughts? Who is listening to these words? That which observes cannot be the observed. You are not the story running in your mind. You are the stillness in which the story unfolds. This awareness, this infinite self, is like the sky. No matter how many clouds pass through it, whether they are stormy or calm, fleeting or heavy, the sky itself remains untouched. In the same way, your true essence is untouched by the ups and downs of life, the pain you've experienced, the mistakes you've made, even the joy and success you've achieved. These are all clouds passing through the vast, limitless sky of your being. When you begin to identify with the sky instead of the clouds, you step into freedom. You realize that nothing can harm the real you, the eternal you. But awakening is not just a personal journey. It is a return to oneness. It is the recognition that you are not a solitary wave, but part of an infinite ocean. Every person you meet, every creature, every blade of grass and drop of rain is an expression of the same divine source. When you see another, you see yourself. When you harm the earth, you harm yourself. This is the universal truth that connects all things. And once you experience this oneness, even for a moment, it changes everything. You cannot go back to living in the illusion of separation. You cannot unknow the sacred connection that binds all of existence. The heart of awakening lies in purifying what I call the chalice of the heart. Picture your heart as a golden chalice, designed to hold the purest divine love. But over time, this chalice becomes clouded with fear, resentment, and attachments. To awaken, you must clear it. You must let go of the grudges, the guilt, the need to control, and the fear of being vulnerable. This isn't easy. The ego will resist, but as you release these blockages, something incredible happens. The chalice becomes clear, and divine light begins to pour into it, filling your soul with peace, love, and an unshakable knowing that you are enough, just as you are. Awakening is not about escaping life's challenges or living in a state of bliss 24/7. It's about seeing life as it truly is, a sacred journey of growth and discovery. Every challenge you face, every loss, every heartbreak, is not a punishment but a lesson, an opportunity to shed the old and embrace the new. The universe is not against you, it is for you, always guiding you toward your highest potential. Even in your darkest moments, there is a light within you that cannot be extinguished. That light is your true self, waiting for you to remember it. You might be wondering, how do I begin this journey? How do I awaken? The answer is both simple and profound. By becoming still. In the stillness, you reconnect with the divine essence that has been with you all along. This is why meditation, prayer, and mindfulness are so powerful. They are not about achieving something, they are about unmasking what is already there. Start by taking a few minutes each day to simply be. No phone, no distractions, no agenda. Just you, your breath, and the present moment. Feel the aliveness within you, the life force that animates your body and connects you to the infinite. As you begin to embrace stillness, something miraculous happens. The noise of the world, the endless chatter of your mind, the constant pull of distractions, starts to fade. In that quiet space, you hear the whisper of your soul. It's subtle at first, like a faint melody beneath a roaring storm. But as you tune in, it becomes clearer. This is the voice that has been guiding you your entire life, even when you didn't realize it. The voice that nudges you toward growth, toward truth, and toward love. It's the voice that says, you are not lost. You are on the path home. In this stillness, you'll also begin to notice how much of your suffering comes from resisting what is. We cling to the past, replaying memories of hurt or regret, as if holding on to them can somehow change what happened. Or we project into the future, worrying about things that may never come to pass. But in doing so, we miss the only moment that is real. Now, the present moment is not just where life happens, it is where your power resides. When you let go of the need to control what was or what will be, you open yourself to the infinite possibilities of the now. Think about it. Have you ever been fully present? Maybe it was during a breathtaking sunset, or when you were holding a loved one's hand, or even in a moment of deep laughter. In those moments, time seems to stop. The boundaries of you dissolve, and all that exists is the experience itself. That is the essence of awakening, being fully here, fully alive, and fully connected to the divine flow of life. It's not something you achieve, it's something you allow. But to truly awaken, you must confront the shadows within you. Awakening is not just about light and peace. It's about facing the parts of yourself that you've tried to hide or deny. The fears, the anger, the shame. These are not your enemies. They are messengers, carrying the lessons your soul needs to grow. When you run from these shadows, they grow stronger. But when you turn toward them with compassion, something incredible happens. They begin to dissolve. You realize that these emotions do not define you. They are simply clouds passing through the sky of your being. Imagine for a moment that your soul is like a garden. Every thought, every emotion, every action is a seed. What kind of garden are you cultivating? Are you planting seeds of love, gratitude, and kindness? Or are you nurturing weeds of fear, resentment, and doubt? The choice is always yours. Awakening is about becoming the conscious gardener of your soul. It's about pulling out the weeds that no longer serve you and planting the seeds that align with the life you wish to create. This is where the concept of karma becomes so powerful. Karma is often misunderstood as some cosmic punishment or reward system, but it's far more profound than that. Karma is simply the energy you put out into the universe, reflected back to you. Think of it like an echo. If you shout anger into the world, anger will return to you. But if you send out love, love will find its way back to you. This is not a matter of belief. It's a universal law of energy. And here's the beautiful truth. At any moment, you can choose to create new karma. You are not bound by your past. You are free to plant new seeds and shape your future. As you step into this awareness, you'll start to see life through a new lens. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable become opportunities for growth. Relationships that were filled with conflict transform into mirrors that reflect your own healing. Even the mundane aspects of life, washing the dishes, driving to work, walking down the street, become sacred acts because you see them for what they truly are, expressions of the divine. The more you awaken, the more you'll notice the interconnectedness of all things. You'll see that the same energy flowing through you flows through everyone and everything. When you look into the eyes of another person, you'll see not a stranger but a reflection of yourself. When you stand in nature, you'll feel the hum of life, the pulse of the earth, the dance of the wind and the trees. This is universal oneness, the truth that all spiritual traditions have been pointing to for millennia. It's not just a concept, it's an experience, a knowing that settles deep into your soul. This knowing brings with it a profound sense of peace. Not the fleeting peace that comes from avoiding problems or escaping reality, but a deep, unshakable peace that remains even in the midst of chaos. It's the peace of knowing that you are not separate, that you are supported by the universe, and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This peace doesn't mean you won't face challenges. Awakening doesn't make you immune to the ups and downs of life, but it does give you the strength to navigate them with grace, to trust the process, and to find meaning in every moment. And as you awaken, you begin to radiate this peace to others. Your presence becomes a beacon of light, a reminder to those around you of their own divinity. You don't need to preach or convince anyone. Your energy speaks louder than words. When you live in alignment with your true self, you inspire others to do the same. This is how awakening creates a ripple effect. By transforming yourself, you transform the world. But let's take a moment to return to you, right here, right now. Feel the breath moving in and out of your body. Feel the beating of your heart, the aliveness that courses through your veins. This aliveness is not random. It's the divine life force, the energy of creation itself. You are not separate from this energy. You are it. Every breath you take is a reminder that you are part of something infinite, something sacred. As you breathe, imagine that each inhale fills your body with light, and each exhale releases anything that no longer serves you. Let go of the tension in your shoulders, the worry in your mind, the heaviness in your heart. With each breath, feel yourself becoming lighter, freer, more aligned with the truth of who you are. This is not just a meditation, it's a way of being. When you live in this state of awareness, life transforms. You no longer feel the need to chase or struggle. Instead, you flow with the rhythms of the universe, trusting that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Awakening is not a destination, it's a journey, a lifelong process of remembering and rediscovering. There will be moments of clarity and moments of confusion, times when you feel deeply connected and times when you feel lost. But through it all, the truth remains. You are infinite, you are divine, and you are never alone. Every step you take on this journey brings you closer to the essence of who you are. Naturally, we all draw within limits which the subject can only overcome, and as you awaken, you give others permission to do the same. As your awakening deepens, you begin to notice something profound. Life no longer feels like a struggle. The constant effort to prove yourself, to fit in, to meet expectations, it all begins to fade. You realize that these were never your burdens to carry. They were illusions, projections of a mind conditioned to seek validation outside of itself. But now you are stepping into a new reality, a reality where your worth is not determined by what you do or achieve, but by the simple, undeniable truth that you are. You exist, and that is enough. Joyful, Albert Stark. This realization is the ultimate liberation. It frees you from the endless cycle of striving and suffering, and it opens the door to a life of flow and ease. When you stop resisting what is, you align yourself with the natural rhythms of the universe. Life becomes less about control and more about trust. Trust in the divine intelligence that orchestrates all things. Trust in your own inner wisdom. Trust in the path that is unfolding before you, even if you can't see where it leads. This trust doesn't mean you won't face challenges. In fact, awakening often brings with it a heightened awareness of the challenges you've been avoiding. But now, instead of seeing these challenges as obstacles, you see them as opportunities. Each challenge becomes a doorway, inviting you to step through and grow. You begin to understand that life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Every experience, no matter how painful, carries within it the seeds of transformation. Consider the metaphor of the lotus flower. It begins its journey buried in the mud, submerged in darkness. Yet it doesn't resist its environment. It uses the very mud that surrounds it as nourishment, as fuel for its growth. Slowly it rises, reaching toward the light. And when it finally breaks the surface, it blooms into something breathtaking. This is your journey. The mud represents the struggles, the fears, the doubts. The light is your awakening. And the bloom? That's the fullness of your being, your true self, revealed in all its beauty. But here's the thing. Awakening is not a one-time event. It's not a switch that you flip, and suddenly everything is perfect. It's a process, a spiral that unfolds layer by layer. Just when you think you've reached a new level of understanding, life will present you with another challenge, another lesson, another opportunity to grow. This is the dance of awakening, a continuous journey of remembering and forgetting, of expansion and contraction, and with each step you come closer to embodying the truth of who you are. To navigate this journey, it's essential to cultivate practices that anchor you in the present moment. Meditation, prayer, journaling, time in nature, these are not just tools, they are lifelines. They remind you of the stillness that is always within you, even when the storms of life are raging. They help you quiet the noise of the mind so that you can hear the wisdom of your soul. And they reconnect you with the divine energy that flows through all things. Let's take a moment now to experience this stillness. Close your eyes if you can and take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel the air as it fills your lungs, expanding your chest, nourishing your body. Now exhale slowly, releasing any tension or worry. With each breath, imagine yourself sinking deeper into the present moment. There's nothing to do, nothing to fix, nothing to change. Just be. Feel the aliveness within you, the subtle hum of energy that is your essence. This is the truth of who you are, pure being, here and now. As you cultivate this awareness, you'll begin to notice the subtle energies that flow through your life. You'll feel the interconnectedness of all things, the way every thought, every action, every word creates ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. This is the essence of spiritual responsibility, not in a burdensome sense, but in a liberating one. When you recognize that your energy affects the whole, you become more intentional. You choose kindness over judgment, love over fear, presence over distraction, and in doing so you not only transform your own life, but contribute to the healing of the world. This is the power of awakening. It doesn't just change you, it changes everything. When you awaken, you become a vessel for divine love, a channel for divine light. Your very presence becomes a gift to those around you. You inspire others not by what you say, but by who you are. People begin to sense something different about you, a peace, a radiance, a depth. They may not be able to put it into words, but they feel it. And in feeling it, they are reminded of their own light, their own potential, their own divinity. But let's address something important. Awakening is not about being perfect. It's not about transcending your humanity or escaping the messiness of life. It's about embracing it all, the light and the shadow, the joy and the sorrow, the sacred and the mundane. It's about being fully alive, fully human, and fully divine. When you awaken, you don't become someone else. You become more of who you truly are. You peel back the layers of conditioning, fear, and illusion, and you step into the fullness of your being. Right. This fullness is your gift to the world. You don't need to have all the answers or solve all the problems. You simply need to be, to live authentically, to love fiercely, to shine brightly. And in doing so, you give others permission to do the same. This is how awakening spreads, not through force but through resonance. One awakened soul lighting the way for another, and another, and another, until the whole world is illuminated. Now, take another deep breath, and let this truth settle into your heart. You are not separate. You are not small. You are infinite, eternal, and whole. You are here for a reason, and that reason is unfolding in every moment, in every breath, in every step you take. Trust this process, trust yourself, and trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be. As you continue on this journey of awakening, you'll begin to notice something extraordinary. The way you see the world will start to shift. Colors will seem brighter, sounds richer, and even the most mundane moments will carry a sense of wonder. This isn't because the world has changed, it's because you have. Your awareness has expanded, allowing you to experience life as it truly is, a miraculous dance of energy, vibration, and divine intelligence. You start to see the sacred in everything, in a stranger's smile, in the rustling of leaves, in the quiet stillness of the night. But this shift isn't just about seeing the world differently, it's about living differently. When you awaken, you no longer feel the need to rush or chase after things that once seemed so important. Instead, you move through life with a sense of ease and flow, trusting that everything you need will come to you at the perfect time. This trust doesn't come from blind faith. It comes from a deep knowing, an unshakable connection to the divine source within you. You realize that you are not separate from the universe, you are the universe expressing itself in human form. This realization brings with it a profound sense of freedom. You're no longer bound by the fears and limitations that once held you back. You are free to dream, to create, to explore, to love. You are free to be exactly who you are, without apology or hesitation. And this freedom is not just for you, it is for the world. When you live as your authentic self, you give others permission to do the same. Your light becomes a beacon, guiding others toward their own awakening. But as you awaken, you may also find that the world around you doesn't always align with this new awareness. You may encounter resistance, both from others and from within yourself. Old patterns and habits may try to pull you back into the illusion of separation. People in your life may not understand the changes they see in you, and some may even feel threatened by them. This is normal. Awakening is not always easy, and it can be lonely at times. But remember, you are never truly alone. There is a vast network of souls on this journey with you, even if you cannot see them. And the divine presence within you is always there, guiding you every step of the way. When these challenges arise, return to your practices, return to your breath, return to the stillness within. These are your anchors, your tools for navigating the storm. Remember that every challenge is an opportunity to deepen your awakening. Every moment of resistance is a chance to choose love over fear, trust over doubt, presence over distraction. And with each choice, you grow stronger, more aligned, more radiant. As you walk this path, you may find that your definition of success begins to change. The things you once pursued, money, status, approval, may no longer hold the same appeal. Instead, you start to value experiences that nourish your soul, meaningful connections, creative expression, moments of quiet joy. You realize that true success is not about what you achieve, but about who you become. It's about living in alignment with your highest self, sharing your unique gifts with the world and contributing to the collective awakening of humanity. This is your purpose. Not to be perfect, but to be real. Not to have all the answers, but to live the questions. Not to escape the challenges of life, but to meet them with courage and grace. Your purpose is to awaken to the truth of who you are and to live that truth fully, boldly, unapologetically. And as you do, you fulfill not only your own destiny but the destiny of the world. Because the truth is, your awakening is not just for you. It is for everyone. When you awaken, you become a channel for divine love, a vessel for divine light. You help to raise the vibration of the planet, creating a ripple effect that touches every soul, every being, every corner of existence. This is the power of one awakened soul. This is the power of you. So take another deep breath and feel the weight of these words. You are enough. You are worthy. You are infinite. You are divine. Everything you need is already within you, waiting to be remembered, waiting to be lived. You don't have to wait for the right moment or the right circumstances. The time is now. The moment is here. Your awakening has already begun. Step into this truth. Walk this path with courage and trust. And know that as you do, you are transforming not only your own life, but the world around you. The universe is cheering you on, every step of the way, and no matter where this journey takes you, know that you are never alone. You are held, you are guided, you are loved. Now, take one last deep breath, and let it fill you with light. As you exhale, release everything that no longer serves you. Feel the freedom, the peace, the clarity that comes from aligning with your true self. This is the beginning of the rest of your life, a life of purpose, a life of connection, a life of awakening. And it all starts with you.